Hey guys, it's me, Life. I'm super excited to bring you the second episode of Twinkie Talk. I'm here with my co host, M.
Hi, everyone.
Yay! I'm so excited to be partnering with her on our wonderful podcast. In today's episode, we're excited to announce the launch of our new Armory channel. It's a perfect place to share your in game adventures and deep dive into character setups in our Discord. Our goal is to give new players a comprehensive view of other players and different character builds. This approach helps them adapt to the current meta more quickly and become valuable members of our communities.
It's a really good initiative. New players really tend to get lost, especially in the tangle of like Chromie and all that. So if they can actually just see like an armory with a general description of what a player's been up to and their build, then it really just like saves a lot of useless hours for people who have to theory craft themselves or ask many questions in order to get the answer. It'll just be available for them right there. So I really like the addition to the Discord. It also makes it feel more personal and
Yeah,
intimate. Like I put three of my characters there, and I used three of them in a Warband picture, and you put my name on it too, and it was nice. And if anyone wants to supply a picture for Life to put your name on it, then she'll do
yeah,
that.
I will. Yeah, I loved it because it totally like the gallery mode for like the forum channels over in Discord. I mean, like you literally can utilize it for so many things. We have so many different ones in our Discord. For like our class rules, our wargame information. There's just so many things, but the armory is just something where like it can be like a personal blog for you to like really write about who you are, your character in Twinking, everything that we do together as a guild. It's just such a fun new way to bring Twinking to people. Um, Speaking of your warband character pictures, I'm really excited for a lot of Warband upcoming situations and features that they promise to deliver to us. What's kind of on your Warband wish list?
I hope that we get customizable assets in the Warband itself, like choosing a different season or a different weather, or maybe you want a waterfall in the background and maybe you want a tree in the background. Little things like that would be pretty cool. I also think that the professions need to shine through and what the
Mm,
warband um, characters are doing. Like if you have leatherworking, they should be making something out of leather. And maybe even,
yeah,
cool thing, maybe that should take a couple of days. And you get to
yeah,
see them progress through the different steps of tailoring.
yeah. Like actually seeing your characters make
Yeah.
the stuff, like
Oh
literally
yeah.
watching them do it.
And maybe interaction between the professions would be good too. Like they actually trade with each other and stuff. And if you
Yeah,
do have certain items in your warband bank, they actually hold those actual items. An armor rack would be pretty cool too.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Little things like that.
or like yeah, like one of your characters in your warband has like really awesome armor that you got from your favorite raid, and they're just wearing it, and it gives you a perk. You know, they could really implement so many amazing features that could not only affect like the lower level brackets, like what we and you play, but all of the World of Warcraft players.
Yeah,
Um,
I would like it if an expansion feature literally was warbands that wasn't in your character select screen, but rather actually in the game.
Yeah, I mean, talking about those really big ideas, I know me and you are also really looking forward to player housing and
Yeah.
all of the things that that's gonna bring. I mean, I've been wanting player housing forever. That's like the only thing I've ever really wanted besides playable high elves on the Alliance for a long time. That's literally like the only thing I've ever wanted in this game. And the fact that we have follower dungeons and the new warband, I'm hoping that they find a way to implement those amazing features inside of player housing to give us more of a community within our own accounts and even our friends' accounts.
Totally. I think that warbands, follower dungeons, delves, and the missions from Garrison and Class Hall, they all could marry perfectly into a system that is fluid in creativity, fluid in collection as well. So, incentive points for people to go to and fro all around the game in order to do content again would be really good for the game. Um, Again, marrying these systems would just work. professions. Like imagine you have your own personal garrison essentially, but it's actually your house.
Yep.
You have missions that don't just dump gold onto you, so we're not
Yeah.
ruining a whole expansion just because of that again.
Right.
Um, but you can tie in a lot of these expansion features that they've done over the past few expansions together and make a really good player housing warband experience
Yeah.
where instead of logging in on your warband, you're actually just logging in on your player house. You're logging in on your particular garrison essentially
Yeah.
of what
Your wow.
garrisons we're supposed to be in lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're
Yeah.
generals, so it should
Yeah.
feel like we're logging in as a general.
I'm excited. I'm hoping that not only can we multiplayer it, like I'm hoping that I can of course bring you into my house. I just like hoping that we can like get our characters. Maybe I can even do an event and throw a party in the house and have all my little
Yeah.
characters serving plates and like just just like little mundane things that honestly doesn't even take a lot. We've already done quests where we're throwing parties and stuff literally in a mirror cell.
Yeah.
So it's like we could have so many amazing features, but I want it so bad. Like I literally am exuberating like this positive energy because that is a feature that I wanted so long and I know so many other games do it really, really well. I'm hoping that they don't really have any limits to our creations for our homes. I'm hoping that we can really create kind of whatever we want. I mean, like, of course,
Yeah.
like a plot makes sense and snapping and
A
stuff like that, but
grid. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but like,
It should be toggleable though,
yeah,
like
but
the ability
like,
to turn it off and put things in custom spots.
I know because it's like, I just want to, like, maybe I want my front wall to be like roses, like, I
Ooh,
want,
like vines all over it. Yeah.
yeah, like, I want it to really feel like life's
Or a whole
home.
bunch of books floating in a library because it's all
Yeah,
arcane. Yeah.
yeah. Come on, Karazhan graduate. I saw you at that title like the
Oh
other
yeah.
day. So, yeah, there's just so much I want to see in this feature. So many things I want to see in Warband. So many things I want to see in our discords, like with our armory, and like just it's just so incredible that we're able to customize so many things that weren't really attainable in World of Warcraft before. Blizzard's really been doing a lot of good things, and I'm hoping a lot of these things really do trickle down into our community for our lower level, um, because
Well, they will. They totally
yeah,
will. I mean, as expansions go, Chromie time absorbs them, and then we inherit a good chunk of them. Um, so I think
yeah,
that player housing, warband features, I think all of that will slowly be inherited by Twinks as the decades go on,
yeah.
which will make
It's
it feel like a far more rich experience.
Yeah, I mean like I agree. It's because I mean that is kind of why me and you even like Twinking to begin with. I love that we're lower levels and I can utilize any expansions gear that I want, any dungeon I really want to do from any walk of the World of Warcraft life, A time
Hmm.
walking is available to us. I just think we have a lot of potential for these evergreen features in World of Warcraft to benefit the lower
Yeah,
level
I
community.
think they're all coming home to one big package that's going to be an expansion 5 or 6 years from now, 8 years TM. Haha.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just going to be perfect. It's going to have decent scaling. Maybe even some grandfathered items would have returned by then, so that aspect of twinking can be prestigious again. Whereas right now, there isn't much for grandfathered items. Um,
Yeah, which is good for me for balancing the war games, but
it
in
is,
general,
but
yeah.
it takes a lot of the spirit out of the game that
Mhm.
it's so cookie cut now.
It is. It is.
But more
Um
customization would definitely spice that up. And I'm looking forward to the next decade.
yeah, speaking of 20 Twinking and like the war games and stuff, a new big feature for Twinking that's going to infect everybody is that PvP is now cross-faction queuable. So for random battlegrounds, you're going to be able to queue cross-faction in the next update for the Siren Isle, 11.0.7. You're going to be able to queue as a five-man, and I guess any amount of your players are going to be able to be on the other faction. Um, how do you think that's going to make pugging look? How do you think that's going to
Uh,
feel?
well, I don't think it's going to change much for 20 Twinking right off the bat, but I do think that there's some hidden potential here. So if we can do it cross faction now, a huge obstacle of the needing um, an even amount of horde and an even amount of alliance in order to start a game. So that's no longer a thing.
Right.
So maybe an add-on could be developed where 4 teams of 5 form up and communicate somehow within the system to queue at that specific moment, and it just happens. That way we
Yeah.
can get a full pre-mades inside of Pugs.
Yeah.
Um, Granted, it's probably going to mix match the team, so that would be very hard for balancing, but it would free us up from 29s. Um,
Yes, it would. That's a really huge.
I don't really know what goes into developing such an add-on, but if there are any add-on creators out there that see this as potential, you would instantly become famous if you were able to have organized pre-made 20s be successful. Your name would live on forever.
Yeah. Seriously. I mean,
So
it
if
would
you want
help me
if you want
out
glory,
too.
now's the time.
Yeah, it would help me out too running my guild. I mean, I love 20 Twinking and I love hosting our war games and stuff to get us those big competitive games. But you know, there is nights where I want to chill and I want to pug and like I want to just bring GT to regular battlegrounds, but um just
You
the
got the sharks.
atmosphere, yeah, with 29s just makes it a situation where I don't really feel like it's worth my while to sit in a graveyard and try to recruit. Like that's just not really like the vibes that I really want to go
Yeah,
for.
bad guild experience.
Yeah. So I am super excited for this. I'm hoping that even my friends that have tunes on the Horde side, you know, with their racials and stuff like that, they can mix them with my shadow melds, you know, FCing or whatever. So I'm hoping that we get way more cross faction play, and I think it's gonna be phenomenal. I'm sorry, phenomenal. I don't know. I'm over here thinking of abominable snowmans or something.
'Tis the season.
Yeah, girl, I'm over here thinking about those 29 twinks. Okay. Um, yeah, wow. I mean, honestly, I'm super stoked for that feature. I think that's going to be really positive. It's nice.
Is the
Oh no,
Go
you
ahead.
go.
Is the 5-man requirement needed? Why
I
not 4? Why not 3?
Yeah, I don't know. They said it
That's another
had to
thing I
be
don't
a
quite
five
understand about
man.
it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I do know. I was watching Mr. GM's channel. Shout out to him. I know that it requires you to have a five man. I think something that's unique about the whole cross faction play is that on Classic they had us able to fight our own faction when the time was needed. So I'm wondering if they're kind of soft, like implementing that feature inside of retail, where, you know, if like let's say two or four, um, five mans, right? Queued, they had four horde people, but everyone else was alliance. That maybe we would get a 10-man versus 10-man on the alliance, except with like those four horde members.
Yeah,
Just
they're trying to get games flowing because they already know they have the people. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. So it would be really um, great, especially if there's like a lot of horde stomping to like make your own pre-mades of alliance so you fight alliance, you know,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't even have, you could just like, I don't want to say excommunicate, but you don't even have to deal with those horde people because you already got enough alliance to just queue and you can just have internal faction, excuse me, internal faction games right
Yeah.
off the rip.
It's also
um
a good evergreen change in case the
yeah.
population goes down. You can
Yes.
still collect
Yes.
people who are of other faction together. So I
Yeah,
like that change. That's proactive. It's good.
it's just better for the game.
I don't understand the 5-man
Yeah, me
restriction
neither.
though.
Yeah,
But
I don't either.
it's Blizzard.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah,
right.
it's probably to make sure
Probably to
that,
balance the other 5 people, I would assume.
yeah, I think if they think that you're
Maybe.
playing with a friend, like you're playing with a group, that you need to be really playing with a group, and then you're only going to fight against people that are also playing with a friend group, you know, just to make the games a little bit more balanced overall.
Oh, so there's not 1 or 2 randoms in there. Sure. I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it improves queue times and doesn't make them longer, though. Like, I hope you don't sit in queue waiting for another five man. I think that would be a detriment to the
No, I
game.
would I would definitely assume that this system pushes people into games quicker, as there's one less wall in the way.
Yeah, I hope so.
A big wall at that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so, how, this is kind of next topic. How did you feel about our raid on Monday?
It was a little wild. First boss. didn't do half of his mechanics.
Yeah.
Um, and then the second boss, we didn't kill the trash fast enough, and we got checked by it, and that was our first wake up call, and
Yeah.
it was really good because from that point on we were kind of on a really high energy, because we were just having fun.
It was
We were
fun.
just trying to blast the boss when we should have been
Yeah.
focusing ads,
Yeah.
but and then a little bit of a wild ride because like boat was totally broken,
Yeah.
airship was totally broken, and then Sourfang was just god.
Yep. I
The
agree.
moment combat started, we all just died. So that
Yeah.
was great. We had to bring in 70 and just to kill him, just to pass him. But then
Yeah.
the next two bosses were pretty fun. The two abominations were pretty fun. One of
Yeah.
them being harder than the other. But shout out to Whirl for actually being a really fantastic raid leader, keeping us motivated, really keeping us tight when we were starting to get really out of position and stuff like that.
Yeah. He was very
Um,
nice, that raid. Very kind, wonderful raid leader.
yeah, it was really fun.
Along with you,
Um,
of course, but you know what I mean.
I'm more for just the party formation and things like that. Whirl's the real raid lead here. He's really helped us progress this far, and I really look forward to him raid raid leading more in the future.
I know.
And we're definitely going to need him because encounters are going to get harder and harder and harder.
Yeah.
But I am going to take over raid leading in the later expansions. So it's
You
good
start
to
in
have
MOP,
him as
right?
a good example. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good to see him as an example of how to do it, the etiquette, the tone, and all that. Um,
Something that
so
I
yeah,
liked.
I thought it was a really good experience.
No, it was so good. I mean, honestly, I feel like the last 3 weeks of our raid have been better and better and better. Like ever since we hit Sunwell and the raid was like actually a raid, like we were
Yeah.
able to actually participate and utilize all of our characters' like abilities, their stats and everything. It's just made for such a more enjoyable experience raiding. And I think for me too, because I'm kind of like a first time raider, I mean, I did a little bit back in like Cataclysm and Mop. Shout out to the 70 Twink guild called Retro. I used to raid with you guys. But I was so young. I was literally like 15. I didn't know what was going on. But I really do love that 30s has taken me so out of the box, and especially my class, Resto Druid, where I can't really heal a lot in the 20s scene. I can't in war games and stuff like our druid isn't a healer. Like there's other classes like enhancement shaman will out heal me. But like in these raids I've been really really good at healing and it's felt nice to finally be able to enjoy my class and spec. It's like so interesting the level difference and the healing output from a level 20 to a level 30 twink. Um
Yeah,
for like
PvP's really overtuned, and we're
yeah.
just now finally getting into the raid balance that feels, well, normal,
Yeah.
if you want, like
Yeah.
intended.
Yes. Yes.
Although some bosses and some mechanics are clearly overtuned. But
Yeah.
can't have everything.
Well,
We
I
are
know
having a
what we
great time, though.
can. We can have is about 5 to 6 more people come and party with us on Monday
That
nights.
would make quite the difference, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Like we have about, I would say like 35 people roughly. That's like a part of our core team. It's just so many things happen. It's the holiday season. We have people being able to call out, and I know somebody, dad got injured, and we're praying for them. But like, it's just so interesting that to get everyone together right on a Monday night, we definitely need those people, especially since we're going after the Lich King next week.
Hopefully. We did
Yeah,
extend the raid lockout, so we will
yeah,
be starting again on Professor Future's side.
yeah.
We are going to need a few more people in order to down those oozes quickly, though.
It was so fun. I mean, really fun. Like
And
I've
we were pushing
never.
the envelope, and it felt really good, yeah.
I'm just. I mean, and then the fact that we're gonna go to 35s and we're gonna experience Siege of Orgrimmar, like more content I've never done, but I get to do it twinking style. I get to really just customize my little character and just really get into the best portions of twinking that we can really do together as a guild and team. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to so many things.
I really hope this this content we're doing helps to build the PvP side of things.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough people to quite do that, but I really do think that 30s PvP or 39 PvP or 49 PvP would feel a lot better than 20s mechanically. And I know that there are plenty of people right now that want to have a better PvP experience. So, food for thought, everyone. Maybe a higher bracket is what's best right now. AV feels really good at 45, 49, 50.
Yeah, I mean,
Imagine running AV all the time.
yeah, I mean, I
If you liked AV,
definitely,
anyways.
yeah, I'm definitely open to hosting another Altered Valley, of course. If we want to make it a different level bracket, I totally don't mind. I'd probably do it adjacent to a 20s event just to make sure we include our core. But I definitely do think that having alternatives, especially when pugs are down or there's just not really something happening, that we could find some new life into the world of twinking. Like, we
Yeah.
really do want the best for everybody here. I want to see everybody succeed and just have so much joy playing World of Warcraft, as this is my favorite game in the world. So I really want everyone to be happy. So if we can provide an event that makes people feel like they can utilize their higher level twinks, um, I think that's a win.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have trophy tunes just sitting there. With slightly out of date gear. Some of them still have correct gear.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people want to dust them off, try them out. They're just waiting for an active bracket to do it.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Or a patch to just make that random bracket all of a sudden really good. Imagine if we got artifact weapons back. I know we would have PvP in that bracket.
Yes, for sure. I think
Right then
that,
and there.
yeah, yeah,
Why not have that tune ready?
yeah, just get it ready. Come on. Come and hang out with us. We got ideas. Let's go. We're the future. What is that? What was we talking about earlier? The I'm like, please give us a seat at the table at Blizzard. Please let me implement my ideas, please. Please,
If only.
seriously. I have so many ideas from a low level perspective that I think would greatly benefit this game. So, yeah. All right. Well, do you have anything else to say, sweetheart, before I wrap this up?
No, hun, that was all great. It
Yeah,
was. I had a lot of fun chatting.
me too. Ugh, I love talking to you. All right, guys. Well, yeah, stay tuned for more adventures, discussions, and community updates in the next episode of Twinkie Talk. I'm so grateful that you guys were here and watched this episode. Please remember to follow and sub and come and hang out with me and Em whenever you want to in our Discord. I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night and stay twinking. Bye.
Bye bye.